Welcome to Intersec Pulse, part of Intersec Global and powered by Security Middle East magazine. We're here in the studio and I'm very pleased to be joined by a global leader in the access control market, ELATEC, and their regional manager for the Middle East, Carsten Hoersch. Carsten, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thanks, Ryan, and thank you very much for being here and having us here.
It's a pleasure. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into what ELATEC is bringing to the access control market and what's making you, stand out in what is quite a crowded space. So talk to us a little bit more about that, please, Carsten.
Yes. ELATEC, as part of the Legion Group, is a company which is focusing on open standards and on open credentials. So our products are there for it because from our point of view, customers shouldn't be locked into proprietary ecosystems. And our technology is providing and fulfilling that demand.
Wonderful. And these technologies and the innovations that you're bringing to the space, how are they really empowering organizations here in the Middle East?
When it comes to, for example, transponder car technologies, there are a lot of legacy installations, and our products assure a smooth migration from older car technologies towards newer car technologies, including mobile credentials. And especially here in that region, a lot of approvals and certificates are necessary, and we can guarantee that we are compliant to the regional requirements here in UAE, but even in the entire GCC.
Wonderful. And regarding the UAE, the GCC, the overall Middle East market, what are the key challenges facing organizations and their access control systems? And what is ELATEC doing to help organizations to overcome that?
When you see in these days, mobile credentials are getting more and more important. But on the other hand, especially here in that region, in UAE, in Saudi and Qatar and so on, there are regulations in place where ID-related data needs to be hosted inside country. And this is a challenge for all of us because we all focus on cloud-based solutions in the past, which are then hosted in Europe or in the US. And what we are doing is we are hosting our credential, and we are aiming for that to host our mobile credential platform here regionally to fulfill these demands, especially in governmental and large enterprise projects.
Thank you, Carsten. And regarding unified access, what does this mean to you? What does this mean to your customers? And why is it so important for future-ready authentication in this region?
You see, a lot of manufacturers are only focusing on physical access control. Means we are talking about opening the doors and maybe it is elevator control, stuff like that. But on the other hand side, you need to know that ELATEC is even a big market player into other RFID verticals, for example, in the print industry. And when you see that mobile credentials, for example, are sometimes a huge invest for an enterprise, if you go to a customer and say, okay, you can do more than just open a door, you can use the same credential on other RFID verticals you have in your property. This is something which helps and ease the move towards a new technology in general and save the invest.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about mobile credentials there, Carsten, and there are so many new technologies in the market. How are you supporting your customers in the region to approach these next generation technologies and future-proof their systems?
See, in terms of mobile credentials, we have BLE, we have NFC, and within those ecosystems, you have different suppliers and I wouldn't say technology is BLE and NFC, but different solutions. And all our readers are compatible with all these credentials. We have our own mobile credential platform, but at the same time, our readers are compatible to third-party credentials as well. And on the midterm, you will see upcoming new standards like public key open credential on a physical card, so with an asymmetric encryption. So the same will be released soon, which is called Alero, which is a mobile credential standard doing the same in the background. And even this technology is supported by us, following our vision to have mobile technology always interoperable and used within open technologies.
Perfect. You must spend a lot of time working on delivering scalable access environments, Carsten. How important is it to ELATEC to have the right partnerships in place to deliver this?
This is super important for us because at the end of the day, we are just a reader supplier, right? So we don't offer solutions. But on the other hand side, you need to know what we are doing here in the region is we are going to large enterprise end customers and make them understand what I said before. So this interoperability, this is important, and even that we can do more than just access control is beyond that. And once they got an understanding about that, we can then take our partners to the table, bring our partners to the table, and then working together a solution out of that. So, and this is something what we do. So partners are key in terms of OEM, but even in terms of integrators where we have even access to, and together we can then achieve a project.
Wonderful. And last but not least then, Carsten, if you were to be able to offer one piece of advice to an organization here in the Middle East region, if they were looking to modernize and future-proof their access infrastructure, what would that piece of advice be?
Think beyond having RFID technology just for access. So because then your credential gets a higher value, and request standard interfaces and own your data. And this will save your investment. Fantastic. And protect it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Carsten. Really good advice there for organizations here in the region looking to modernize their access infrastructure. So Carsten, thank you so much for the insights, and I'd encourage the audience to find out more, visit the ELATEC website, and of course, look out for Carsten and his team at future events here in the Middle East market.